Nearly a century ago, a revolutionary step was taken in New York City's history. The introduction of the R19 subway cars transformed the way New Yorkers traveled, connecting boroughs, neighborhoods, and people like never before. Today, these iconic railcars are making a remarkable return to the tracks, but not for long. The Metropolitan Transport Authority, in collaboration with the Transit Museum, is bringing back the R19s for a limited period, offering a nostalgic ride through time. For those who board, it's not just a subway journey, it's a chance to step into the past. As Latoya Fulton, a Bronx native, fondly recalls, I remember riding the train with my mom going to Yankee Stadium. It made me happy just looking out the window.
It does. When I'm originally from the Bronx, New York, so I remember riding the train with my mom, going to Yankee Stadium. I remember just being happy looking out the window.
I'm 51 and I still find joy in doing this. So, I'm still a little kid. This transport me back when I was a little kid. Christmas trees and just good vibes. New Yorkers were too, we need to de-stress. This helps de-stress.
As the train rumbles down the track, passengers find themselves surrounded by vintage details like paddle ceiling fans and incandescent light bulbs casting a warm glow. The train is a living relic with each element carefully preserved to give riders a taste of 1930s New York. There's no public address system, just a friendly volunteer announcing each step, much like it was done in the early days.
So everything about this is vintage, from World War II era, the 1930s and 1940s, the light bulbs, the wicker seats, the ceiling fans, no air conditioning, no PA system. This is what it was like. 50th Street, Rockefeller Center, D&F. 50th Street, Rockefeller Center, DNF train. This is how New Yorkers not only got to where they worked and where they went to school and where they visited their friends and where they went shopping. This was the first mass transit that grew the city. It used to be in the early part of the 1900s, people would have to live very close to where they lived and where they worked and where they went to school. But because of the advent of the subway system in 1904, people could travel in a short amount of time, and that's what created the growth of the cities.
I haven't experienced these lines in particular because I'm not old enough to remember this, but some of the other lines, as they were starting to transition between the 70s, the 80s, and into the 90s, and it kind of brings back like a warm feeling in my heart.
For some, these rides spark memories of their own past. Childhood trips to Yankee Stadium, holiday journeys, or the simple pleasure of a city that was constantly in motion.
The past is going away, but this is the only way to preserve it. And to see some nice people, and it's the test of time. These things still work.
Well, red is the color of December, and we love to look in style, so we have to have our gloves and a hat, keep our hair in place.
The R19 trains aren't just a piece of New York's history. They are a symbol of how the subway system shaped the city. Before these trains, getting from one side of the city to the other was a challenge. But with the subway, everything changed. According to Todd Giltman of the Transit Museum, this was the first mass transit that grew the city, allowing people to live farther from their jobs and schools and still get around quickly. Riding these vintage cars today isn't about nostalgia. It's a tribute to the past, a celebration of how far the city has come, and a reminder that some things, like the spirit of New York, never change.